Attention, prisoner 903-8970, you're up for parole.
American Arts Radio presents live from Chisel Multimedia Studios, Comics on Parole in Hollywood South. Here's your host, Dan Glazer.
Welcome to Comics on Parole. My name is Dan Glazer. Tonight we have our co-host, ventriloquist Mark Merchant, and his friend Alonzo Jackson.
Thank you. Hey, I'm Mark Merchant. You have ventriloquist.
Oh, Mark Sherwood Merchant.
Mark Sherwood Merchant, yes.
Yeah. So they're going to kind of co-host. He might be a regular on here once a month.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as he's available on a cruise or something.
And the money's so good for this gig, how can I turn it down?
Oh, you're getting paid?
I'm not.
I'm not. Are you getting
I
paid?
thought I was a dummy. You doing this for free? Wow.
So anyway, tell us a little about yourself and Alonzo.
I'm an Atlanta native, born in Atlanta, lived here all my life, born in Grant Park, in the hospital, not at the zoo. And I started doing ventriloquism when I was 10 years old, which was in 1964. I learned from the ventriloquist Jimmy Nelson. Jimmy Nelson used to do commercials for Nestle's Quick. He had two characters, Danny O'Day and Farfel. And Danny O'Day would sing, "Oh, ADS-TLS, Nestle thinks so very nice."
We're talking early to late 60s?
Yes, 1964.
Yeah, I remember it.
And I got that as a Christmas present in 1964, but I did not get a puppet. I had to practice the act of ventriloquism with my brother and sister. They can't be here tonight. They're in the shop being repaired.
Right. Oh, right. The brother. Did you ever meet Charlie McCarthy Bergen? Edgar Bergen?
I did meet Edgar Bergen. In fact, I am the only ventriloquist to have won the prestigious Edgar Bergen Medal of Merit Award.
Not even, who's the guy you met as a kid? He's 14 years old.
Jeff Dunham.
He didn't win it?
Well, he was too young.
Oh, you're
right.
Okay.
When I met Bergen, I was about 20 years old. I don't think Jeff had started coming to the conventions yet.
You know, when I was in my 20s, I had a friend that was a casting agent. I wasn't an actor. I can't act.
You're not?
I can't act and was never an actor. But I could barely tell a joke. But anyway, she was a casting agent. Her name was Sylvia Mays. And she was, you ever heard of Shay Griffith?
Yeah, she was big casting person.
So she was before Shay Griffith. She was very big here. Did all the Cannonball runs, Smokey and the Bandits, all that stuff. So anyway, she called up that could you be a stand-in and get 10 other guys to be a stand-in on the Mayflower Madam. Remember they filmed the Mayflower? Were you living here yet? About the New York prostitution ring.
I don't know. I don't know anything.
So they were filming here in Atlanta.
I don't even know what that word means.
Okay, so she was a madam. So anyway, I said, okay, I don't have 10 friends I know they'll do it, but I'll do it. So and it was in a court scene. I had a policeman's uniform on. That doesn't matter. So Candace Bergen was in it, and she, who's the daughter of
Edgar Bergen, just wrote a book within the last year where she says that her father, Edgar Bergen, cut her out of the will.
Oh, I didn't know that.
True, but left like $10,000 to Charlie McCarthy.
Is that all he was worth?
Oh no, he had lots more. I mean,
he cut his daughter out of the will
for I think political reasons. She had different political views, and at the time that Edgar Bergen passed away, 1978, Candace was more in the liberal side, and Edgar Bergen had come up.
And she'd been in the movie Carnal Knowledge with Jack Nicholson
and Art Garfunkel.
So that maybe he didn't like that.
Maybe.
So
I saw that movie in Atlanta at the Rhodes Theater. I saw it as
when it was new.
No, a double feature, that and The Graduate. And the first time I was engaged, and I was engaged 4 times before I married a wonderful woman. But the first time I was engaged, that engagement got broken up in the parking lot of the Rhodes Cinema after having seen.
Where's the Rhodes Cinema? You'd be where?
It's right on Peachtree.
Is it still there? Next to Rhodes Hall?
Yes,
Rhodes Hall?
yes.
Oh, wow.
The building's still there, but the cinema is closed.
Well, so anyway, they were having lunch. They broke, and there were 3 people there, 2 actors, and one of them was Candace Bergen. And I just sat down and have lunch. And it's so funny when they're there in front of you, they're just like another person. And I didn't stop to think her father was Edgar Bergen.
Yes.
And she was in one of my favorite movies called Wind of the Lion with Sean Connery. It was a great movie. Years ago, no one remembers it. But at that time, you don't think to ask. It was just another person having lunch. But I didn't even occur to me, at the time, I didn't think her father was Edgar Bergen. But I didn't know she disowned her. He disowned her.
I don't know if he disowned her. He just
Didn't leave her any money. Maybe she had enough money.
Left money to Charlie McCarthy.
Well,
to
I know
advance
he
the
wasn't.
art of ventriloquism.
Well, I know he wasn't around much when we grew up. I remember reading an interview. He wasn't. He was traveling all the time.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something about Edgar Bergen. I don't mean to take anything away from Edgar Bergen, but his lips moved.
Oh yeah. I remember seeing Edgar Bergen on the Tomorrow Show with Tom Snyder. You're dating yourself, Mark. And Tom Snyder mentioned, you move your lips a little bit. Edgar Bergen,
that sounds like it.
Edgar Bergen said, well, I like to consider myself an honest ventriloquist. And I heard, Daniel, that the reason Edgar Bergen moved his lips, when he was in vaudeville, he was actually a pretty good ventriloquist.
Right.
And then he got the radio show, and
It didn't matter anymore.
he was pretty good at the beginning, but like the sponsor of his radio show was Chase and Sanborn Coffee.
Right. Oh, I remember that.
And as a ventriloquist, to say the B word, I didn't need to touch you. Yeah. Hashtag you too. So to say the B, anything with B like Chase and Sanborn, you substitute a D and a G together.
Right.
And it sounds like Chase and Sanborn. Yeah. But you're looking at me, yeah, so it sounds, like Chase and Sanborn. But just on the radio, when he would say Chase and Sanborn, the sponsor said, Mr. Bergen, it's Chase and Sanborn. Yeah. So that was one reason that he got, and then he just got kind of lazy because it was the biggest show on radio.
He lost his ability to
He did.
Was he really funny? I got to go
He
watch
was great. He made anybody who's making a living now as a ventriloquist, whether it's me, Jeff Dunham, Jay Johnson, Terry Fader, we all owe a debt of gratitude to Edgar Bergen because he popularized the art form on radio and then on television. He was in movies.
Let's do this. Let's see this first clip of Alonzo and Mark. They're singing a song.
Really?
Is that okay, Alonzo?
How you feeling, boy? I said, how you feeling? I feel good. I knew that I would now. I feel good. I knew that I would now. So good. So good. I got you. When I hold you in my arms, I knew that I can't do no wrong. Watch me. And when I hold you in my arms, your love couldn't do me no harm. And nice, sugar is nice. I feel nice. Sugar is fine. So nice, so nice. I got you. Hey, yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
what we're going to do now, you're going to be acting as a host. Do you understand?
Really?
So you can say or ask anything you want. You have any questions? You know any answers?
Yes, sure. I was looking at that video. I have had a facelift since then.
Yeah, he's had some face work done.
All of the stars get our work done.
And he's also got a new bow tie and a vest.
New hair too?
And
Stop it.
Where do you take him to get this? You go to Geppetta? Pinocchio's father, Geppetta?
I want to thank a ventriloquist friend of mine in Arizona named Tammy Hamada, who made his new vest and his bow tie.
It looks good, doesn't it?
He looks a lot younger from when I last saw him.
Well, I've been on a diet, and I've been exercising, and taking hormones.
How many brothers and sisters do you have?
I don't know.
You have other puppets.
Well, of course I have other puppets.
So how many brothers and sisters does he have?
Oh, well, I have my Asian man, Wingtip Shoe. I have my lady, Zelda Rose. I have a puppet who looks like the Godfather. His name is Dom Perignon. I have a great rabbit named Norman. I have a bald eagle, an American bald eagle, but he's an illegal eagle.
Yeah.
His name is Jose Diego Jones.
Boy, he took you. Is he here, Vanessa? We have another guest coming. Is he here?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh, good.
That's good because you'll have someone. This is a movie star coming on. He's a movie star.
Wow. And he's late.
And that's okay. I
That's
was
the
worried you
first
wanted to
thing.
go. Thank God he could go.
Show
Sit right
business.
here, Gordon. This is a movie star. I did? I told you 8:30? I'm sorry. Well, thank God you're here.
He told me
That's
8
okay.
o'clock.
That's okay. Sit down, enjoy yourself.
You want
So
me to
you're-
sit-
no. You're a host, so we're gonna.
Hey,
We're gonna
Gordon.
make a few announcements before we get Gordon on here. Good to see you, Gordon.
Good to see you, Dan.
I was gonna put you on next month if you didn't show up. So anyway, but quickly, we
Very
want to do
tight run
an
show.
announcement about a guy, fellow you know,
run
Ricky
show.
Muse. You know Ricky
Yeah,
Muse?
yeah.
So Ricky Muse, let's put the Ricky Muse photo up.
I know
on the
Ricky
side,
Muse.
in the middle. Put it in the middle. Can you put him in the middle? Well, that's okay.
Oh, look, put it on my head.
That's right. You know Ricky?
Yes, met him at a SAG-AFTRA
That's right.
meeting.
That's right.
Yeah.
So Ricky is in a lot of movies. He was in Trouble with the Curve. He's been in Disney movies. He was just recently in a Super Bowl commercial for Febreze. They picked him up in a limousine, flew him out there. It was all works. And he is going to be in a movie called I think it's coming out in the fall called Clock in the. It's called House with the Clock in the Wall with Jack Black.
Jack Black.
So I remember Ricky filming this. He called me. He said he was up all night with Jack Black, who was a very, very nice guy, he said. So let's show a clip of this.
Testing.
Last stop. Lewis?
We're going to play it one more time. You didn't get to. It came so quickly. Can you play one more time? He's the bus driver. Look for the bus driver.
That was hardly a clip.
I had to keep it short. I'll tell you why in a minute.
Last stop. Lewis?
That was our buddy Ricky. Now, he stood up all night filming that scene. Then they called him back the next night. He was up
Take
all
two.
night again because he thought he was
Take
going to do
three.
another one, but they didn't end up filming it.
But he got paid.
He got paid. Listen, let me tell you
Who
something.
books that?
Let me tell you, that was very prominent. It may be short, but it's a very prominent. Wouldn't you say that's pretty valuable?
That's prominent.
It's prominent.
That's prominent.
And he's up for. He's just tried out for a couple other shows too. He's always trying out for stuff in Atlanta because they film 50% of the movies here in Atlanta. Gordon and Mark and Alonzo. I was passing a field open field the other day, and they actually were filming a movie in the open field. So it was a porno movie. Everyone was naked. So I quickly stopped my car to a halt, rolled down my window in anger and disgust, and yelled, "Hey, are you guys hiring any extras?" So anyway,
It's a short part.
but I'm done.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh,
Yeah.
What did you think of that? You want to get in the movies, Alonzo?
I'd love to get in the movies, yeah. As long as they in color.
Have you ever been in a movie?
I have been in one movie. I was an extra in a movie called Penn and Teller Get Killed.
They had a movie.
They had a movie it was directed by the great director Arthur Penn.
Was Penn in it?
Penn Jillette and
Which
Arthur
one doesn't talk?
Teller.
And did he talk?
Not in the movie, but off camera he would talk. Yes, absolutely.
And did you talk to him?
Yes.
Oh, really?
I'm fans of theirs because I do a little bit of magic. And,
Did you perform in Vegas? Have you performed in Vegas?
I've done some corporate dates in
Corporate Vegas.
Yes, I've never performed in a big.
Right.
I've
Has
performed-
Alonzo performed in Vegas?
Yeah. Anthony.
He's performed in
Have you
Reno,
performed-
in
Reno?
Lake Tahoe,
Uh-huh.
in Atlantic City. Yeah, in Atlantic City, he performed in a hotel that was owned by a guy who's president now. And the guy, he came up and he said, "Good job, kid." He didn't say, "You're fired." So I was grateful for that.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Now, quickly, we're going to show another clip here. This is my cousin. We have her on as a regular. It's a commentary. She's called the Alpha Bitch. Instead of Alphabet, her name is.
No cussing.
Well, that's not cussing. That's bitch. The dogs, female dog is a what?
I promised my wife.
But that
Cindy,
isn't cussing.
Cindy, I said there would be no cussing because you said you were great, Mark, last time. But why did you use bad language?
Well,
You
this
don't
is
need
her name. Her name is Lindsay Gibb. That's what she goes by.
Okay.
So rather than Alphabet, she's Alpha. Anyway, let's go ahead and play. This is
Alpha
on
and
coffee. Lindsay talking about coffee.
You want me to start now? But I haven't had any coffee today. I said I haven't had any coffee today. I might need some coffee before we start. You're looking for miracles in this world. Look no further than a cup of coffee. Because coffee's a miracle. Hey, let's take this berry, break it open, roast it, pour hot water over it, and then put caramel syrup in it. Hallelujah! Without coffee, the world would cease to exist. Partially because people have no energy, partially because a bunch of countries would lose their most important import and crop, and partially because without my morning coffee, I would kill every last one of you. And by the way, you love coffee. You know how I know? Because you're dumping milk and sugar in it. Good coffee deserves nothing except your well-deserved appreciation. Look, you could put milk and sugar in a blender with a dirty sock and it would be delicious. Seriously, go down the street and try the new Sock Buck Sockachino. It's frapping great. But you're better than that, aren't you? So take the time to get to know your bean. Sounds dirty. Exactly the way I feel about coffee. Alpha bitch out.
Do you know that coffee is the most widely used recreational drug in the world?
It is. Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It is drug. I gotta have my morning cup. One
And
morning
Starbucks
cup.
now they're featuring a product, one coffee that actually has a laxative property.
Yeah, crafpuccino. Okay, thank you.
You know, I started drinking a coffee called Bulletproof.
Uh-huh.
No fungus, no chemicals. It's actually healthy for you. Has a lot of antioxidants, but I have to have that one coffee in the morning.
What are antioxidants? What are they oxygen? Oxidant? What is
Hey,
it?
leave the jokes to the comic. If we had a comic up here, we would leave the jokes to the comic. Just wanted to tell you, the last show I had a ventriloquist on.
Peter Hefty.
Peter Hefty.
Peter Hefty, great ventriloquist. And Justin.
And Justin.
I saw him in 1980 at a club in Fort Lauderdale. He did one of the best Clint Eastwood impressions without the puppet that I've ever seen.
I did see it. We'll have to have him back on. I didn't see the
Yeah.
But he saw our cousin Lindsay, do one of these commentaries, Gordon, and she got a gig out of that called Dry Comedy, and they pay several $1,000s, I understand, and it's all clean comedy, which you don't see much today.
Who
you
books
know.
that? Several $1,000s.
I don't know who it is.
What am I getting for tonight? Nothing.
I think that's what they pay. I'll have to check into it. Anyway, so listen, he's finally here. The star of the show.
Told him the wrong time, right?
Apparently I told him the wrong time. Do you want to have him sit here and you sit in between in that chair right there?
Certainly.
And we want to welcome to the stage this young man. He's kind of a regular on the show, just like Ricky Muse is. We kind of call the segment "Keeping Up with Gordon Daniels," an actor that's in many films, TV shows, House of Cards. He's going to be in some shows coming up. Mr. Gordon Daniels, how you doing, Gordon?
Dan, how are
I'm
you?
sorry about the time.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I was early at everything. I thought.
Well, you actually timed it perfectly.
Okay, good.
You timed it perfectly.
Hey, brother, what's that?
I'm good now. He thinks I'm real. Yeah.
Oh no, don't dummy. Anyway,
Who you calling dummy?
Wait, we got to get Mark in here. Let's move over just a little bit. I'll move over this. There we go.
Ebony.
the gang.
Look at this. This reverse Oreo.
Oreo sandwich, yeah. But,
Yeah.
Hey, how much more time do we have, Matt?
15 minutes.
Good, perfect.
Okay, good.
Now, have you ever been in a comedy?
10 minutes.
me?
Yes.
In plays, yeah.
But you haven't done any movie
And
comedy.
well, yeah, fist fight with
was
Ice
that a
Cube
comedy?
and Tracy Morgan. Yes.
I remember they were filming that over at Merchant's Walk. I was at Merchant's Walk in Marietta.
Yeah,
Were you
okay.
filming over there?
No, we filmed all my scenes were at the high school. I forgot what old high school
Who
it
was it?
Grady High
Ice
School?
Cube was in that.
Yeah, Ice Cube, Tracy Morgan, Charlie Bell, Dennis Haysbert,
He
Christina
does the
Hendricks.
Allstate commercials. Dennis, is he the one who does the Allstate commercials?
Yeah.
Got that great voice.
Yeah, he's really a cool
Allstate
dude
one.
too, man.
Allstate.
You know,
Good
someone, I
man,
think
too.
you were on, we were talking about that movie, and someone sent it to him, and he liked it. He liked the Comics on Parole show.
All right.
Ice Cube. Has he been in any movies recently?
Fist fight.
Fist fight.
I probably, but it's hard for me to keep up with things nowadays. 'Cause
Alonzo,
everything runs so
have you
fast.
ever met a movie star before?
I didn't. I am in awe, man.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm in awe of you too. Such a good-looking young man.
Thank you, young man. Thank you.
How old are you, Alonzo?
33.
33.
He's
He's
still,
young. He's
still got
young.
diaper rash. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
I'm
just-
made of wood. I don't get diaper rash. I get splinters, baby.
Splinters.
Yeah.
I was looking up you on looking up you. Sounds on IMBD. Had a great picture of you in Brunswick, Georgia, with a police officer.
Yeah.
Was that for a true crime episode?
That
or-
was America's Most Wanted, and it was shot in Brunswick, and that was years ago.
And you played a
The bad guy. And they caught him.
Good.
Yeah, an interesting thing about that, though, the old neighborhood I lived in.
Yeah.
When they did the rerun, my neighbor's son was looking at it. He was looking at it. He said, I believe I know that guy. So Ron, the guy that lived there, he was playing a joke on me. He said, oh my God, that's the guy next door. And this guy ran to the phone and Ron said, hey, dummy, he's an actor. You think they would really film the actual crime? So,
You know, it's funny. I mean, he really thought of you as a criminal.
He thought I was a
going to
criminal.
call the police
Yeah.
on you. It's funny. Ricky Muse, we were talking to Ricky. He did a Febreze commercial.
Yeah.
And for Super Bowl, I don't know if you saw it or not.
right,
Did
right.
we show a clip when you were on here?
no, I think I saw it because we talked about it last time I was here.
And he was in a janitor in this commercial. So he saw someone he bumped into at a 7-Eleven thought he was really a janitor in
Yeah.
real life.
Yeah.
People are very literal.
Well, you know, when I did America's Most Wanted, they told me to take a headshot to the local police and let them know what's going on because people really think
Oh, right.
that the actor is the
What was the crime you did?
It was a horrible crime.
murder.
I thought it was the R.
Murder
I
the
thought-
policeman. It was a special America's Most Wanted cop killers.
Cop killer. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna, I've seen your early clips. You look like a kid. You look like you're 19 years old in those earlier ones.
Yeah.
You're very young. You really did. How long have you been acting for?
Well, I started off acting the day I was born because I've been pretending to be a human being.
Well, how long have you been filmed for?
I'm going to say the first film work I ever did was the Hardee's commercial back in 1985.
Oh my God!
But I didn't
Wow.
really get into it till the early 90s.
Were you in the commercials with the Roadrunner?
No.
Because remember the Roadrunner in the
Yeah.
Hardee's commercial. He moved to Atlanta. You know who I'm talking about.
No.
The Roadrunner?
He had the road. He was a race car driver that did
Oh.
the Hardee's commercials.
Oh.
They called him the Roadrunner.
Oh.
Anyway, he's not on there anymore. So you're going to be in two things. You're in Crackle, The Oath.
Yeah, Crackle is a web
It's a
web series.
Yeah, it's
a streamer.
movies. It's a great. It used to be Seinfeld's Cars comic. It was on it, but they moved to Netflix.
Right.
If you don't know what Crackle is, go to Crackle. Just Google Crackle. It has all these free movies. Seinfeld's. It's a great. I watched it way before Netflix or Prime Video.
Yeah.
And so this looks like a good show because also one of the guys from the Games of Thrones is in this show.
Yeah. It's,
And now you haven't filmed it yet, right?
actually, I did. I filmed it 2 weeks ago, and I was in San Juan, Puerto Rico.
Did you see
That's
the guy
where I
from
filmed.
Games of Thrones?
No.
I don't know if he's a regular.
I
on
don't know if I did.
Which
or
Games of
not,
Thrones? Is it
because-
He
the
was
little
the-
person?
It was the guy. He was a king, and
Right, that guy's not a king.
he eventually got beheaded by an evil queen. And his kid, he had all the kids that were stars in the
Beheaded?
show.
Like that?
That's right. Yeah, very similar.
Well, I think I'm going out of my head. Anyway.
So what we want to do?
I ain't got nobody.
Hey, Matt, let's show COP Gordon the Oath first. Gordon the Oath.
I know all about the Ravens. How do I know he ain't a cop?
We're all cops. Everybody deserves a second chance.
Bob and,
So if you, hey, this is a show for.
Hello.
Anyway,
right.
if you saw the guy in the middle was the guy that was on Game of Thrones. I just can't
Okay.
think. He's in a
Then
James
no.
Bond movie. I've seen him in several different
no, I
things.
didn't get a chance to meet him.
Okay, gotcha.
But it was a wonderful experience.
And what is your part going to be in this?
I'm playing the grandfather of one of the characters that's going to be killed.
Oh wow!
So
You get to die in this one.
Spoiler alert.
No, I don't die. He get killed.
Oh, okay.
And
You get killed.
I think there's going to be a memorial service in the series. I think so. There's a possibility that I may go back and film some more.
Oh, good.
Which I won't mind at all. I don't mind at all going back to Puerto Rico.
No.
Oh yeah. How is it? How is it? There?
Well, let's see. Now, San Juan didn't have as much damage as the
rest of the island?
The rest of the island. So it was very nice. I stayed at a wonderful hotel at an ocean view, and
Wow.
the people are very friendly. The food is wonderful. And
Does your wife get upset you go on all these?
No, because she likes the paychecks that come in.
That's right.
There you go.
Yeah,
At
but,
what hotel were you staying,
The
Gordon?
Trip,
Not familiar with that.
TRYP.
The El San Juan, which is
Yeah.
in Isla Verde, way back before the sun shown. I worked 1 year in a show at the El San Juan, 1981. But that money's
And
all
Alonzo
gone.
was your first puppet, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
Did
he used
he
to be
do the
white.
performance?
Yeah,
got a tan, huh?
yeah, tournament.
He was, and he was your first puppet.
He was. His name was Sherwood.
Oh, God, that's right. I remember.
Uh-huh.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna have the other puppets on too.
And he changed his name?
Yeah.
I guess I don't
okay.
know how you say that.
Yeah, I'm Alonzo. I didn't want it to be Darkwood. Stop it.
You know, this is not a political correct show. You're probably going to get us canceled. So anyway, we should have had the Eagle on first. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Anyway, so our next show, a movie we're talking about is a movie I'm really excited about Ernie Banks.
Yeah.
Because Ernie Banks was a baseball player for what team?
Chicago Cubs?
Chicago.
Yes.
And Ernie Banks, when I went to a summer camp called Culver Military Academy when I was in grade school, and Ernie Banks' kids were there. And Ernie Banks came to all our cabin. He was the nicest guy in the world. And then when I went to college at Bradley University, Peoria, Illinois, his two kids went to college there too, but they had aliases.
Okay.
So they didn't want people to know who they... Do you remember Ernie Banks?
Of course I do.
Do you remember Carl Erskine? He's from my hometown. Pitched for the Dodgers, I think.
I do not remember.
Pitched the World Series.
I remember the name.
Ernie Banks. He was very...
Carl.
What was the movie, 47? Who's what?
42.
42. Jackie
Yeah,
Robinson. He
yeah.
was Carl Erskine was very close with Jackie Robinson.
okay.
Very close friend. And they wrote about him in Boys of Summer.
Okay.
So anyway, tell us what your part is. And Matt, tell me when I have 5 minutes up, because I got to let Vanessa on here.
My part
What's
is-
your part in this Ernie Banks movie?
The working title, as for right now, is called On Smoother Dirt. And my understanding is, I think I'm playing his grandfather.
You're getting typecast playing grandfather.
Well, this is new that you're paying these older gentlemen now, aren't
You're a
you?
young man.
Yeah, sort of.
You've always played younger folk.
When I was younger.
That's right.
When I was 17, it was a very
So you're
good
gonna
year.
now you're gonna. This is with Lou Gossett. This is big.
Yeah, Lou Gossett Jr. is the producer of it, and I had a chance to meet him on a table read for one of Tyler Perry's movies.
He's a great actor.
He's a great guy too.
You know, I don't know is he filming, directing more than movies? One of his greatest films was Officer and Gentleman.
Yeah.
Did you see that, Alonzo?
Lou Gossett?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He won an Academy
He won an
Award for
Oscar
that
for it.
movie.
Yeah,
That was a great
Best
movie.
Supporting Oscar.
And he's talked about, Lou Gossett just talked about,
Yeah, after winning an Academy Award, he couldn't get work.
Yeah, he said that for 3 months he couldn't get work.
Why?
He don't know.
Too expensive.
Well, I don't know. I think sometimes this is a crazy business.
You think?
Yeah, it
I
is.
can't get work. I keep going out to parts. I can't get work. They say I'm not the right type.
You know, if you did nudity, you'd get
Yeah.
work. Your wife isn't going to like that.
Well, Alonzo,
If you did nudity,
Alonzo,
Yes, sir.
would it help if you try harder?
God, man. Oh, man, you're killing me right now. Oh, Lord have mercy. Would you try harder? Oh,
I'm sorry, Alonzo.
no, that's good. That's good.
Well, you can use it.
Yeah, already I stole that. Put that on the iPhone, man.
So let's see a clip of this Ernie Banks. Gordon. No, I'm sorry.
No.
This is Gordon Daniels IMBD. We're going to show some clips of your movies.
Oh, okay.
Gordon Daniels IMBD.
What the hell is he doing?
He's got back spasms.
Not him. Him.
Gary!
Hey, I knew when you thought of that application thing and you thought of, what was it now?
Mechanics, Stanley.
Right, yeah, mechanic. Such a shame somebody else beat you to market.
Yeah, well, that's how it goes sometimes, right?
But it was a right good idea, though. Troubleshoot your car from your phone. Well, I knew when you did that, you were going places, and now you are.
At about 3 a.m., when he made a grisly discovery.
What's up, Charles? I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you, Roger. You are hereby summoned and required to file with the clerk of said court appropriate defensive pleadings to the complaint which is served upon you.
What the hell that's supposed to mean? Mr. Pinckney, don't mess with the test.
I've used this man before. He's real good.
On the night of the 13th, were you stopped by Sergeant Sweet of the Sparta Police Department?
Yes, I was.
Hey, young brother. Whoa. Come on, buy a watch. Oh, no. This watch. Imagine. Dr. King himself gave me this watch when I was a young boy about your age.
What do you mean you set him up with my daughter? She's as much my niece as she is your daughter.
Wow. You are a good actor.
Well, I try.
That's
I
an
try.
And you know, I
Body of
remember
work.
Thank you.
Carol O'Connor used to actually go, he was a sheriff in that show, and
Yep.
would go to the sheriff's office and sit and talk
Yeah.
with him
Yeah.
during breaks.
Yeah. He was one of the nicest people.
Yeah.
That was filmed in Covington, right?
Yes, right. Yeah.
Yeah,
And, he was just a very nice man.
Yeah. Did you talk to him much?
Oh yeah, man! I got a picture with him and everything.
Yeah.
And my last time I worked on He's a Night, Larry Hagman directed me.
Oh,
And
really?
So I got a picture with me and Larry because I told Larry, I said, Larry, my mom was the biggest Dallas fan in the world. We've got to get a picture. He said, well, let's do this. And he puts on for me, man.
But you like I Dream of Jeannie too, did you? Did you watch that? I loved I Dream of Jeannie.
What guy didn't? Like Barbara Eden. I mean,
Thank you.
I remember reading they had to cover up her belly button.
Yeah.
But she's still good looking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's one of those women that's just, she can be 150,000 years old and she still looks great.
You're too young to know who Barbara Eden is, right, Alonzo?
No, sticking to hard.
Oh.
Yeah, she's something else. Yeah. I'm sorry, Cynthia.
Your wife. Larry
husband,
Hagman. He was a funny guy, wasn't he?
Yeah, he
I'm
was.
sure he's very funny.
Let me tell you what happened on the day we directed. Got in there and he came in and he said, "Okay, everybody, we got to take this seriously. We got clowning around, and I want everybody to stand in line." He said, "We're going to be very serious today." He took out a clown horn and went, "Waka, waka, waka." And I just
He directed a lot of those shows.
He did. Him and Carl O'Connor were very good friends.
Oh, really?
And I had a scene with Hugh O'Connor, Carl's son, and he was telling me that he sort of knew Larry like Uncle Larry.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they were very close.
Yeah.
I've been pretty fortunate, man.
And what's in the future? What else is coming up?
Well,
and by the way, Rebecca Schrager, I knew her when I was 25 years old. When she first got started, tell Rebecca I said hi. I don't think she'll remember
You
me.
know, I'll tell her that because I was just there this morning. I was auditioning for a pilot that I can't tell anything else about it. But,
you know what's funny? I met her when I was 25, and this has been 35 years later. She hadn't aged. She looks the same to me.
Yeah.
Did you know her years ago?
I've been with People's Store since '98.
I saw her a few years ago at comedian Josh Harris was at a show, and I saw her. But tell her I said hi.
Okay, I'll be glad to do that.
So People's Store is SAG-AFTRA affiliated, right?
Yes, yes.
I'm in good hands with them.
Yes, we are.
Thank you, People's Store.
Yeah, I love People's
Oh, no, People's Store? Oh, my God. You're with
Can
the
I plug a
best.
show that I'm doing?
Yes.
October 27th in Atlanta, Georgia. It's a night of magic and comedy. I'm Joe Turner, a great magician, is headlining.
Oh, I know, Joe. He's been on the show.
And I'll be on the show October 27th in Atlanta. I don't know where it is,
Okay.
but it's someplace in Atlanta.
So, Alonzo, will you bring Mark back and be on the show again?
I'd like to.
But
yeah.
stay here. We're having another guest. So you just tried out for something today with Rebecca.
Yeah, it was a pilot for, and I can't mention the name of it because
Right.
you know.
I remember. 5 minutes. Okay. I remember years ago in Rebecca's office, there was a poster of a girl, and so she was a model. She was on a couch, and she had a peach. It was a Georgia commercial, and she went off to Hollywood. It was on all over Atlanta. And she went out and lived a month or so in Harrison Ford's house. Her friend worked for Harrison Ford. He was away, and she stayed there the whole time trying out for me. I know apparently she didn't become anything, but she lived there for a year. I remember. I don't know if Rebecca will remember it, but I remember that story. So anyway, Gordon, this is Keeping Up with Gordon now. You're a regular on the show, so you got to keep me posted on everything, right?
Always, Dan.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much, Gordon. I appreciate it.
And nice to meet you, Alonzo.
Yes, sir. Nice to meet you. A real actor. And nice to meet you, too. Where's your right hand?
So right
Okay,
now
don't
we're going to
tell me.
quickly
No.
call to the stage Miss Vanessa Hundley. You can stay on, Gordon, if we can squeeze you in. So let me.
Yeah, I give her my chair. I'm a gentleman.
You sit down in my chair. You sit down in
There
my
we
chair.
go. We can just move down a tiny bit. I'm gonna make this really, really quick because
Okay.
you know the loquaciousness.
That's a big
Dan.
word.
What does that mean?
I know.
I got to look that up on Wikipedia. Go ahead.
I'm a Methodist.
I'm surprised you know what Wikipedia
Vanessa's
is.
our DJ on the show.
Yes, hi guys. Okay, so yes, I'm gonna make this really, really quick. Got 2 notable events coming up this fall. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Vanessa Hundley, aka DJ Audio Prism. I own Audio Prism Entertainment, and I do events all over the city. So you see a little thing there where you can find my YouTube channel, where you can find Audio Prism show archives, plus current announcements and upcoming events. And we're about to release a whole bunch of new segments on that with new interviews, new people, new stories and interactions, and of course new music and new things about old music because I adore all kinds of music. So, and that note, don't forget to check me out on Mixcloud SoundCloud. I've been uploading mixes. I've got 2 more that are about to hit this week that I've been recording live at different shows around the city. So you can enjoy all kinds of music, especially those favorite summer hits. I did a classic car show, so there's one mix that's all 50s and 60s, and then another one that was a really awesome, great 80s themed birthday party where we got into some really, really cool underground stuff like Hoodoo Gurus and English Beat, and she was a huge fan of across the pond kind of stuff. So you can definitely check those out and enjoy those. On September 22nd, it's a Saturday, is the next Swim Across America Atlanta Open Water Swim. I've been doing this event for several years now. We are up at now it's the former Lake Lanier. It is now called Margaritaville because Margaritaville owns it now. So we're going to have a whole new setup, but still just as many great people. The Swim Across America Atlanta Open Water Swim goes to benefit the Aflac Children's Cancer Research Center.
Aflac!
Yes. And they also check out blood disorders as well. And last year we raised $500,000 with our open water swim. So please come out, support us. It's a great event. We usually have about 10 Olympians that come out, and that's just the average. We've had as many as 14 or 15. We've had 7 or 8, but we always have some really great people that come out for that. On Tuesday, October 23rd is the next Legendary Ladies of Atlanta party. This is a really, really neat group of people that get together about twice a year to honor legendary people from industries all over the city. So that will be at Hudson Grill in Sandy Springs. And again, that's Tuesday, October 23rd. It usually starts about 6 p.m. You can also find me regularly Wednesday nights at Metro Cafe Diner. Every night we have karaoke there from 9 p.m. until 3 a.m. with all different kinds of entertainers, but my usual night is Wednesday. And of course, Thursday nights I'm still at G's Midtown with our musicology karaoke, where we not only do karaoke, but we explore different kinds of music. And last but not least, I wanted to say, well, it makes me sad to have to share my daughter, who has done many film editing projects and video editing projects for me, is now ready to share her talents with the rest of the world. So if you are a small business owner, or you're an artist, or you have just this huge archive of photos or videos, and you want to turn them into something that you can use on your website or for your social media, anything from stuff that could be 10 seconds long to a minute or more. You could have informational videos. You could just anything that helps to turn all of the media that we collect throughout our daily and professional lives and turn it into a tool to use for marketing. And that is Dark Alley Edits. We have a really short video for you. Extension.
But
Yes.
very good. So you're going to call her to do some promotional work for you?
Why not?
Me
why
too.
not?
Exactly.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm trying to branch out and get away from this white guy sticking next to me.
So see, there you go, guys. It's just that easy. And she started, and I just got to say, she is self-taught. When she was 11 and 12, she was really she got into the YouTube thing way before me. 'Cause, initially it was, a lot of cat videos. And other really weird off-center things, but she taught herself all kinds of editing techniques. And early on, because I'm also a video DJ, I would sometimes have a remix and I have a video, but they wouldn't fit together. So she would literally sit there and cut the whole video apart and make it match the remix. And then I could go out and I had this exclusive video that I could use during my sets that I was like, nobody else has this except for me. And I love it. And she did all kinds of anime music videos. And then as I branched out into web TV, she did all my intros, all my midtros, all my outros. Like, she is really, and just for me sitting there going, I don't know, I just make it sound happy and make it look nice. And she comes back to me with this perfect thing. So, and she, will give you a custom quote to help you with your media journey. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Thank you, guys.
Well, thank you,
Dan, so
Vanessa.
much for having me
And
on.
I want to ask, so Mark,
Yes, sir.
are you going to bring Alonzo in next show, or a different puppet, or two puppets? Can you do two puppets at the same time?
Sure.
You decide what you want to do. Alonzo, anything you want to say goodbye to the crowd?
I want to say thank you for this invitation. So, I played Smyrna. If I do good, I get to go to Kennesaw. So.
Oh, very good. Very sponsored by Waffle House.
Yeah.
Gordon, thank you so much.
you,
It's always a
Dan.
joy having.
Always
Thank you for tuning in to Comics on Parole. Tune in next month,
Bye.
but we don't know who will be on, but they will be here. Thank you.
Eventually.